I didn't want to bring this up during the podcast, but I just want to let you guys know. Fucking Elon Musk.
Remember that this month's podcast is only available if you've downloaded and installed Update 9.38 RT. Additionally, podcast DLC is only available with the current weekly pass. Failure to buy the pass each week will cause any DLC you own to stop functioning. Hey, welcome to the podcast. We're going to look ahead, as we always do, at next month's podcast. And it's an unfortunate time because the end is nigh. Yes, after many, many episodes, the podcast is wrapping up. But don't worry, we're going to wrap up on a high. To celebrate this, we'll be looking back at some of the many highlights. There'll be fan voting opening soon for some of your favourite moments to replay. Also next month on the podcast, fans can join us for the first, and since the podcast is ending, the last Podcat Potcast Beyond. We'll have food, drinks, and more. It will be a casual, laid-back affair as we celebrate our first episode of Podcat Potcast Beyond, mourn the death of Podcat Podcast, and just chat shit. Finally, okay, I'm just going to be real for a second. Everyone on the podcast hates each other. I hate everyone. I hate the guests. I hate the co-hosts. They hate me. I'm amazing, but they hate me. I've put up with this shit for far too long. I'm going to do this episode, the next episode, and then I'm going to get the fuck out. I'm not doing Podcat Podcast Beyond. If they want to do it, fuck them. They can do it. So yeah, on with the podcast. So we're going to start with some podcast feedback. We've had some people mail in to tell us that apparently Eureka wasn't speaking English last time. Frankly, that's absurd because no one on this podcast even knows the name of a non-English language, let alone speaks one, unless Eureka somehow between podcast recordings learned a foreign language. Impossible. It's not like I don't ever listen to Eureka and just nod along and say sure. Fact is, we are a very diverse group of white males here at the podcast with a varying amount of accents, and Eureka did have a particularly strong accent last month, so it's understandable you couldn't understand him. He had recently been visiting family and hadn't switched back to his more understandable version of speaking. Hopefully he'll be better for everyone this time. Next, we're going to move on to Podcast Talk. This month we're going to talk about how everyone got on at the various tournaments since the advent of Opus VIII, and talk about how we feel about the current Opus VIII meta, and what we're looking forward to, etc., etc. Nado 10 and Zelon recently played at the Baller Rat State Championships, where they competed to win one of the 50 states in America. So Nado, how did you get on?
I didn't win North Carolina, unfortunately. No, I dropped out at 10th, like I bubbled out. But it was a fun event. I don't know, it was good. I was very tired. Had to get up at like 7 in the morning, pick some people up, like Rob. And yeah, I don't know. I played Modern Water. I got dumped on in 2 of my games, like they weren't even close. And then the other 4 games I won really easily, but it's just how it goes.
10, how did you get on?
Yeah, I didn't win. I managed to smash Swiss and then lose top 8. So no invite for me. What games did you lose in that?
I lost Mono Lightning because Mono Lightning, Mono Water is a weird matchup, right? Like Mono Water can take it, obviously. But if Mono Lightning gets the board, it's really hard for you to come back. And I was running Sin instead of Veritas because I'm an idiot that doesn't listen to Rob. Sin took out, like, I think a Zemus and something else, but then he hit 2 EX bursts, and I was just out of the game.
Outskilled.
Yeah, and then the other one was a Monsters game. He was playing Tricolor Monsters. For Melbourne people, Paul, I think his name is. He's been playing it forever. It's the only deck he's been playing for like 10,000 years. And it was a super grindy matchup, and he drew Valifor every time I played Layla Viking, and I saw no Leviathans in my hand, so I couldn't remove his monsters. And eventually I just decked out, I think. Or I lost. Regardless, I had like no cards in the deck.
Well, Water doesn't lose, it just decks out, right?
Pretty much. You can stay alive for a very long time. Sometimes good for breakers. What did you lose? You lost against Wind. Good job.
Yeah, I lost against Wind. Turn 1 Duncan is a really good play.
Yep.
So do that whenever you play Ice Fire. Definitely don't take it out of your deck because it's a bad card.
We should talk about Duncan though, right? Because that's it's sort of a flex slot that everyone's been in and out on Icefire. A lot of people are playing Icefire, at least in Australia, not so much other countries.
So either we've got it wrong or...
No, it's one of those things, right? Like, I think a lot of players know that Icefire is at least, like in my opinion, tier 1, but at least tier 2, right? Like, what everyone's testing, they know that. But other regions, I guess, I don't know, you go for a deck you're comfortable with, especially with early events. So.
Yeah, well, our event was pretty much all mono decks because it was the first event, right?
Yeah, it was either mono decks or it was decks that people have been playing forever and they've just tweaked a little bit.
Yeah.
there was, 3 Ice Fires, I think?
No, there was only 2 when we played.
It's just you and Matiski?
Yeah.
Okay.
Brendan was going to play, but he ended up judging.
Fair. What about you, Zelon? You were there too. How did you go?
I was, and I played like rubbish. I was on the same deck as Nathan, and pretty much just mono water. I took in Sin, and even after the fact, I was kind of very like I felt like it was a good choice. And now more and more, after playing Veritas more, I kind of think that is the better choice.
Yeah, every time I played Sin, if I had played Veritas, I probably would have won the game.
Yeah, I just came into the event severely underprepared because I was very like set on playing Knights or the 3-color mess that it is now. After getting dumpstered by you guys, it's sort of like panic mode. Gotta find something else. And so like at least 2 of the games, I felt like if I played differently, I would have won them. Just like dropped the ball. It was also very tired. We both got up at the same time.
Yes.
Yeah, it was not my proudest event. I definitely will try harder next time.
Asufa, you were also at an event. What did you do? I'm stealing yours job.
So Leeds went pretty well. I lost in the semi-finals with FF7 versus Mono Light. Yeah, that went good. The other 2 tournaments, Birmingham and Huddersfield, which was yesterday, didn't do very well at all because we don't really do aggro up here in the Northwest. So I basically spent my day just getting teabagged by Fire Ice aggro, which was really, really fun. So yeah, I need to practice against aggro. And also, if you want to come just sweep Northwest, bring aggro.
Sick.
If you're ever in the country.
Eureka, you attended the Chiba Masters. How did you get on? Cool, that's cool, Eureka, thanks. And you also did an event. You did a pre-release. How did you do? I won. Thanks, Yo.
So Yo's the only one here that won anything. What a god. Doesn't even play the game.
That's why he's the leader.
Yeah, that's why
he doesn't want to do the podcast anymore.
And he's above all of
He's
us.
Pete.
Screw these scrubs.
Look, I see in the notes here says state of the Opus 8 meta. Do we want to talk about that a little bit? So in terms of Opus 8 meta, what won NA? Mono Water, right?
Yeah, Mono Water's good.
So Mono Water's been everywhere. Oh, do we have Nyx's thing? Fuck, why didn't you prepare this? Come on, Hargreaves.
Oh, yeah, shit.
Nyx has like the meta analysis. Anyway,
Nyx
Mono Water is good. Everyone knows Mono Water is good.
Yeah.
I think Mono Lightning is good. People keep saying it's bad, but like it's topping so many events. I don't know how.
Yeah, it's good.
Mono Lightning
still
is
win.
like genuinely scary. That was like one of the games I lost to, just because I didn't respect Rain in the deck and died.
Well, I think the main thing that Lightning can do is it can just hit you for 4 or 5 with Illawa, no problem, a lot of the time. And then it has Alba to kill you.
It plays,
it's still good.
Yeah, it plays a really good pressure game, and then it also has like Shango, you know, and then it's got like Diana and Alba, like close games, and then it's got Zemus, so it has all these like forwards you have to kill.
Late game Fordola can really take a huge shit on your face as well if you can't get an answer to it just because you've got like a 10k haste first strike brave. It's like, okay.
That is a big body. And then you got like Sakura's pretty good too. Like it doesn't top events by accident, right? Like it's pretty good.
It's a good deck. It's a good deck.
What else is being played?
Well, like as always, more aggressive decks will do pretty well at the start of a meta, so it's not really surprising Mono Lightning's going to get there. It might fall off later, but not right now. It's doing really well.
So we also have the classics, Earth, Wind. Yuri Ainge has been the popular choice lately. That's amazing.
Frequency. So wait, on this thing, is score better or worse? I can't tell.
I have no idea. I am bad at numbers.
Okay, there's big blue bars on Mono Lightning, Mono Water, Ice Fire, Cat 7. So Cat 7 is obviously because a lot of people like FF7.
And the EX Burst build's winning quite a bit as well, I think.
Earth Fire one's doing good rounds, yeah? Yeah, that's
like 40 EX Burst or some shit like that.
Oh, the Kurosawa deck?
Similar, but there's the one that I think 2 people made top 32 at NA with it. That's like Earthfire, FF7, shit ton of EX bursts. It's like the Kurosawa one, but it doesn't have Zero Miss or anything.
Oh yeah, Okimoto lost.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Scions is on here. I think Scions is still pretty decent mid-range deck.
It's not consistent. Like I
Yeah,
don't know.
for sure. It's never been consistent, but like, you still take it to an event.
So Science is the best deck in format. You heard it here.
It's 100% the best deck.
Yeah, you can give everything haste. Like, what more do you need?
It's pretty much broken, really. Full of good cards.
I still think the meta has a pretty good spread at the moment. Like, you could probably take anything to an event and win. Obviously, FFCC stuff.
Modify is still dumb, dude.
Well, okay, sure, but you could win an event with Modify. But you're right. It's pretty shit.
I mean, you probably can. It's not terrible now.
I think
It's better than this ever has been. Yeah.
Apparently mannequins are doing work.
Mannequins are
Really?
great.
One deck and it's got the top average score. Look at this shit. There was one deck and it's up the top.
Yeah, it is there.
Fucking
Someone playing
mannequins.
mannequins.
Mannequins and water lightning. Those are the meta guys.
Sick. Water lightning is a thing in America too. Yeah.
Yeah, there's been a lot of water lightning. I wasn't crazy about the decks I was testing, but it's also nice to just nag a board for 10k.
Yeah, Ice Earth is still a thing. People are doing even more Earth now, from the looks of it. Like they're doing Flans, but then they're also playing a bit more Earth than they were last Opus, which I don't know
What
why.
changed for
Gladiator, bro.
Earth that made it like come back into relevancy?
Is it back into relevancy?
Boy
I
band,
mean, like
I
a
guess.
little bit more than it was before.
It's boy band. Yeah, it's high roll boy band is what it is.
Okay.
If you can hit Noctis, it's good. It's a good.
Yeah,
tech.
not this Gladiator. Turn one.
Yeah,
No
fuck
problem.
Noctis Gladiator, dude.
Well, like, what's the tally now? I remember last time we were talking about it. Every time people hit the fucking Noctis.
So someone missed it against me for the first time on the weekends. That was nice.
Holy
It's nice
shit.
of them. Scott's the only person who's less lucky than me. It was Scott. Good guess. Well done.
Yeah. He's been missing it all the time lately. It's fantastic.
He deserves to miss it. Everyone deserves to miss Noctis. If I can miss Realm on 17 monsters, you deserve to miss Noctis every single time. That's all I got to say about Opus VIII. It's a good meta. It's not really figured out yet.
It's fun and the cards look nice.
The light unit meta deck was sick. I love that deck. That's all.
Played it
It's-
once and I didn't know what I was doing. It was great.
Well, he fucked up.
It's different enough that I'm still so lost on like what the hell I'm gonna play for now. I don't know.
Yeah, I've just been playing everything.
Yeah,
I was kind
real
of set
talk
on
though.
Death Machine, but now I'm not. So
Completely off topic, but Opus 8, why is the best looking foil Shamond P. Grouch?
that's a pretty foil. But the best foil is
It's
Black
the-
Mage, and that's why I have 20 of them. So actually, incorrect.
Sure ain't Death Machine anymore.
Yeah, if anyone's a big fan of the podcast, please send me Black Mages, the ice one. Thanks. That's all. I'll leave my address in the description.
I was going to say you can find it on the website, but fair enough.
Oh, okay. You can put it on the website. That's fine.
Yeah, put it on the website.
Yeah, as long as I'm getting something from it, you can have my own personal details. That's all right. Yeah, no problem.
Okay. Is that how that works?
Yeah. If Google wanted to pay me for my stuff, I'd just give it to them, right? They don't have to fucking mine my websites. They can have it. Just give me some money. What about you, Yo? How was pre-release? Did How to Win Limited help you? Shout out to Jeff.
Yeah, I gave it to everyone, and we had a little read. Yeah, it was good. I had some notes on what was good.
I haven't
Did you,
done any limited of Opus 8. So.
did you have to print out the article?
No, I just took some notes. I mean, I could have got by without the article. I'm not total scrub, but you know, why bother when it's done for me, right? Managed to get fucked by Veritas at one point, so that was good game one. At Rockwell Card Store's world headquarters, research has been proceeding to develop a line of card gaming products that establishes new standards for quality, card gaming leadership, and operating excellence. With customer success as our primary focus, work has been proceeding on the crudely conceived idea of an instrument that would not only provide inverse reactive main phases for use in unilateral attack phase detractors, but would also be capable of automatically synchronizing card gaming or gram meters. Such an instrument comprised of Ultra Pro gears and bearings, Game Workshop models, Wizards of the Coast controls, and all monitored by Rockwell software is Rockwell Card Store's Retro Encardulator. Now basically the only new principle involved is that instead of tempo being generated by the relative motion of controls and fluxes, it's produced by the modular interaction of magneto-reluctance and capacitive derastance. Harnessing the power of dynamic inertia and with gravitonium counterweights, the original machine had a base plate of prefabulated amulite surmounted by malleable logarithmic deck casing in such a way that the two spurring bearings were in direct line with the panometric fan. The lineup consisted of 6 hydrocoptic Marv Zelvins, so fitted to the ambificent lunar wane shaft that sideboarding was effectively prevented. The main deck winding was of the normal Lotus O-deltoid type placed in a pandermic semi-boloid slots of the stator, every 7th conductor being connected by a non-reversible Tremie pipe to the differential girder spring on the up end of the gram meters. Moreover, when fluorescent damage motion is required, it may also be employed in conjunction with draw and reciprocation dingle arm to reduce sinusoidal deploration. The Retro Encardulator has now reached a high level of development and it's being successfully used in the operation of milling trinions. It's available soon wherever Rockwell Card Source productions are sold. Yusufa, I believe you've been recently advertising free grub. Can you tell us more about it? Hashtag.
Yeah, so it's actually free Greb. Now, Miles Greb, Pillarstone of the community, was unfortunately put into social media jail by the crooked admins over on one of the groups, which was a bit, uncalled for, because he was just asking why things have job girl. And it's this important thing, You've got cards printing with literally the wrong text, but you can't have things with job girl. It's damaging to the game, bro.
So you're not offering free food?
No, not at all.
Okay, moving on. So we've got a segment about the upcoming ban list cards that are coming. As you know, Square Enix and Hobby Japan like to ban a bunch of cards for no reason. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through cards that they're going to be banning soon and tell you why exactly they are going to be banned, because Square Enix and Hobby Japan won't do it for us. I'm going to start with Chocobo Chick. It's a pretty broken card because it's able to pay 1 fire CP and dull itself to activate a fire backup, which, as you can understand, can create some incredible finite loot. And in Fire, which already has some of the best cards in the game, it just makes sense that it's banned. Hold on, I'm receiving a fax. Okay, Kageyama has changed his mind. He's no longer banning the card. Hold on, receiving another fax. He's changed his mind again. It's back on the ban list. Alright, Nado, you got a card.
Right, so obviously Chocobo Chick was banned because of balance reasons. That makes a lot of sense, right? This next card was banned because I put in a terrorist threat. So Podcat, Schrodinger's cat, I don't actually know their real name anymore. Fuck it. Shit Cat is banned because I told Hobby Japan that I would bomb Japan again. If I shouldn't say this. So that's on the ban list. So if you ever play another Schrodinger's cat again, you're breaking the law and they will arrest you. That's all.
Yeah, so the next card that I've heard about getting banned is actually Cactua. It's pretty much worthless, so people aren't putting it in decks anyway. But with the release of Amaranth, which just solves Cactua on the spot for 7, which is pretty good, and it gives you a body as well. There's no point in putting Cactua in decks anymore. It doesn't interact with anything meaningful. Shamond P. Grouch stops its ping as well, so it's fucking pointless. So they've just banned it, so you don't even have to consider it for your deck decisions, which is pretty good of Hobby Japan.
We're talking about the summon, right? Not the monster? Everything you just said is about the summon?
It was about the summon and the monster. They're actually the same card. They're both called Cactua, so,
That makes sense. You ban one, you ban them all.
Exactly.
Well, can we also talk about the new way they're trying to ban cards, where instead of banning them, they're just erratering them into the abyss, basically?
Sure, we can talk about Hobby Japan and Square Enix's brand new system to not ban cards, but instead change the wording entirely.
They're just going to put vague wording on every single card from now on, so in case they're a little too strong, they're like, actually, it means this.
Yeah.
This card may or may not deal 7,000 to
We couldn't have a new card archetype. We couldn't have Death Machine be a deck.
Think about it this way, though, right? Because if they left Death Machine good and Librarian bad, that's unfair for Earth. So now they're both bad, and all the 5 CP monsters suck. So, that's good.
Hey, Basilisk's trying his best, okay?
I love Basilisk, but yeah, okay. And then next...
We're going to come to the Call the Cat segment. On line 1, we've got Becky. OMG, I am so happy to be here, Alex. Yo, where's Alex? I want Alex. Alex? From the Crystal Tower podcast. That's this podcast, right? No? This is the Podcat Potcast? Oh my god, that podcast is shit. Okay, we're going to move on to our second caller. How you doing, caller? Okay, let's move on. Your podcast is shit. We'd like to give a quick shout out to some listeners of our podcast. They aren't fans since we only have one fans, but shout out to you, James and Hazel Hargreaves. This month, we were supposed to be sponsored by someone that creates Final Fantasy TCG proxy sheets, but they've pulled out. So instead, we thought we'd let you know that you can literally Google proxy generator and make your own. In other completely unrelated news, apparently MogPod proxies are going to be legal for all Crystal Cup draft play, but only if they're pre-stamped. Nado, you're going to ask me about games.
Yeah, so, as we know, Yo hasn't played a Final Fantasy game. He's working on it. He's bought exactly 0 of them. So, Yo...
I bought one.
Sorry. Well, now with the new art and the new set, you can play other games and still experience the characters. Have you played any Kingdom Hearts games?
No.
And next.
Alright, it's the end of the podcast introductions. I'd like to thank the host of the podcast, me, youngster Chad, our other co-host, Nadarina, male, our other co-host, Esper, our other co-host, Bonnie, our first guest, Nuzleaf, and our other guest, Tentacruel. How are you guys this month? Okay, as always, we're going to leave you with the signature saying: Wind Rain, Shadow, Wood, Sword, Thunder, Power, Sleep, card captors of the cloud, expect the unexpected, now the secrets of the cloud, where all mystery one smite book was open, the power was set free, card captors of mystic adventure, card captors quest for all time, each card possesses a power of its own, we've got to find them to bring the power home. Wind Rain, Shadow, Wood, Sword, Thunder, Power, Sleep, card captors of the cloud, expect the unexpected, now card captors of mystic adventure, card captors quest for all time, card captors. Bye!
Not a very long intro, really.
Yeah, I do know that by verbatim.
It gets you into the show even quicker.
Yo, what do you do with your free time?
Takes a lot of speed, I think.
Watch card captors, obviously.
Alright, bye.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Tatty bib. If it's still recording, Nado better threaten not to bomb Japan again.
Yeah. Anyway, it's fine.
That's pretty good.
Nah, leave that all in. That's fine.
Yeah, leave it
I'm
on.
okay with it. Just promise me this. If you're going to edit any of it out, leave in the part where I said I shouldn't be saying this, okay? Yo, you don't need to be here, dude. I can take it from here. Don't worry about it.
Alright, no worries, bye. I'm too good for y'all anyway, fuck y'all. Good luck with that ad read.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. You can do that. Hire him back. Get Yo back.
Kageyama's changed his mind, it's no longer banging it. Gag me with a spoon, you're so disgusting.